Today we are talking about the most important step when it comes to manifesting anything that you want with consistency. You will see movement, you will feel movement, and you will know that things are changing out there. Lately, 2 clients of mine have achieved amazing successes with the people they love by doing this. And one of them even got rid of a third party and got the commitment that she wanted and she deserves. This is fundamental to you achieving whatever you want. So pay attention to the information and put this to practice. But before I get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Elle. Welcome to my channel. If you're in need of coaching, I'm having a sale until the 1st of July on Monday. So if you want to have coaching with me, go to the description box. The information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. Maybe what I'm about to say, you already know, you have heard it or you know logically, but sometimes we do need to hear something more than once so that it clicks, it makes sense, so that we know that it's important for us to put this to practice, that maybe this has to become our number one priority so that we can avoid suffering and start living the life that we want to live, that we deserve, that is meant for us. Maybe you fear that by doing this, you will be stopping your manifestation from happening. And that's actually not the case. The opposite is the case. When you start doing this, you notice the shift within. With that shift comes detachment, because in the first time during your manifestation journey, you realize, I am the prize. Okay, so I am not the one who is going to be chasing this manifestation. It's time for this manifestation to chase me. And then you start noticing movement around you. You are certain that this is happening. Sooner than you think, you are going to see the facts coming hard at you. So one client of mine was dealing with a third party in an SP that couldn't live without her, but just as a friend. And the other client was dealing with a partner that was inconsistent. They were in a relationship, but it was a hot and cold thing. He would show up when he wanted. He would not contact her. It wasn't what she wanted in her life, what she desired to experience. And both clients, although they were different cases, they had one thing in common. What they had in common was inconsistency. They were inconsistent in their assumptions. They were inconsistent in their self-concept. They would go back and forth with, I'm the prize, I'm this, I'm that, I'm lovable, I'm worthy, I bring a lot to the table, to these circumstances suck and I'm never going to achieve it and everything is showing me that I should give up and whatever. So here's the thing. It's going to be easy for you to say, I'm the prize, I'm worthy, I'm lovable, my value is amazing and brings so much to the table. When you are seeing things moving towards you, when you are seeing that you are getting what you want, but only when you face obstacles in the 3D is when you know if you are being genuine with that, because your value doesn't change because of the 3D. Nothing within you changes because of the 3D when you are taking the validation from yourself. But when you're taking the validation from the 3D, then you are going to question yourself every time. It is almost as if you're being offered in the stock market and your price, your value goes up and down with every second. Nothing is stable because your validation is coming from whatever happens in the 3D, which means that you are prioritizing the 3D, you're prioritizing your desire more than you are prioritizing yourself, your inner world, your inner peace, your vision of who you are and what you have to offer. That makes your situation unstable. Can you get results when you're not your number one priority, when you're not your source of validation? You can. People do this all the time. But the problem is the changes are not consistent. They tend to fall apart like a house of cards because the changes that you achieved in the 3D, they had no substance. They were built on unstable foundation. So you feel like you're going into this dizzy dance and you're back to square one. It's easy to blame others, the circumstances, the economy, but the difficult part is to take responsibility for what is happening within you. And typically when I start talking to people, they're like, oh, I'm doing everything right and I don't know why nothing's changing. I ask 1 or 2 questions and they're like, oh yeah, I have been doing that. You're being double-minded. Be honest with yourself. What is happening within me that is creating this inconsistency? What is happening within me that is creating this hot and cold behavior? Because you will find something, but you will not change anything if you're just blaming and complaining, and if you're not looking within and figuring out why is this happening. The message that you are sending into the universe means a lot. It defines you. It defines where you are at, who you are, okay? So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to achieve that because I'm not good enough. Oh, they don't love me because I'm not this pretty. Oh, I am not this, I'm not that. I can't achieve this, I can't achieve that because I'm not intelligent, because I'm not smart, because whatever. If you are still assuming those things, that everything else is more important than you, that everything else has more value than you, that people cannot see the importance that you bring into this world, then what kind of message you are sending into the universe about you, your life, your experience? You have to understand you're perfect. You came into this world perfect, but you are refusing to see that perfection within you. And that's where the problems are coming from. And everything that you are working on, if you start doubting that you can achieve something because people maybe can't see your value, you can't recognize, or you think, I don't bring any value into our relationship, a partnership, my work, whatever I want to achieve, then why do you think people will see that within you? How? Our biggest enemy is a mindset that says that we need someone or something to save us. Then we will be happy. Then we will feel successful and abundant and lovable and amazing in the prize, because we will then feel secure. We will know this is BS. Maybe you can't see that right now, but one day you will look back and you will understand what I'm telling you. Everything that you desire to experience from something or someone in the external world, the love, the respect, the abundance, the security, the peace, the happiness, it's just an extension of your own. It's a reflection of what you have within. And you will only stop doubting yourself, feeling insecure, when the validation about yourself and your life and what you can achieve is coming from within. It's coming from you. That's when you are grounded. That's when you are stable. That's when there is no doubt. You're not depending on anything that is happening outside of you to know that things are possible. The world, reality, circumstances will try to pull you into different directions. But you will not shake, because your validation is coming from within. Because you know for certain that you are the person that can achieve it. That you are unique, that people can just leave you and forget you, just like that, because they understand what you bring to the table and what you have to offer, and they want it. It's a whole different feeling, it's a whole different mindset. When you take this seriously, your circumstances start dissolving. You will notice that. This is what happened with my clients. One, for example, within a month, the SP left the third party and started pursuing her and committed to her. With the other client, it happened even faster. Within a week, she started noticing him coming towards her. They were having more consistent conversation, and they were talking about the future, making plans. Everything was changing for them because they became their own source of validation, because they were not being bothered by the silence or the idea, I'm not seeing anything. They knew their strength were coming from, I am someone who can't be ignored. I am someone people want to have in their lives. I am someone who achieves success. I am someone who is lovable. The 3D can take any of these things away from me. This is what happens when you are your own source of validation. Your power is coming from who you are and not what the 3D is telling that you are or that you can achieve. And that makes everything so much easier for all of us to manifest, to achieve, to create. You got this, guys. That's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk soon. Bye-bye.